you see when you're sitting in zazen, sometimes it's very painful, isn't it? To see what your mind does, how it goes into default, like a computer. If you're not concentrated, the mind will start to wander off and it will go into those memories, those thoughts, automatically. This is the sense that discipline, practice is necessary. This is why we have a retreat. If you just sit there and wait for it to happen, it will not happen. I guarantee you, it will not happen because your mind will go to its default. It will start to wander off. You will get sleepy. So this is the sense in which a discipline, learning what to do with your body, what to do with your breath, and most important, what to do with this mind. But don't make the fatal mistake that, oh, no, I've tried and it's too difficult. Again, it's not the practice that is hard. It's not even one. You don't even have to become one. You already are. Better to throw that away. But as long as the mind is seeking something, that very oneness is already split. It's two. It's someone trying to become one. That's two. And you'll never make it one, truly one. So you must see what your mind is doing. And again, the difficulty is not in the practice. The difficulty is not practicing, going off in your mind, following your default. That's why the discipline is necessary. Again, once you really give all of yourself to the practice, it becomes clear. It's the most natural thing in the world. Compared with this, all of that wavering mind is unnatural. This is the most natural thing in the world. Again, it's before 1, 2, or 3. And it can freely become 6, 7, or 8 as necessary. Because it is not a thing to begin with. But as long as the mind is working, as long as the mind is working, you can get a sense, but you can't quite grasp it, can you? You want to grasp it, but of course you can't. That very seeking, that very urge, again, and we're not just talking about stopping thoughts, that's for kids. The very urge to be something, the very urge to be enlightened, for example, the very urge to sit perfectly. When that dissolves, you find you've been sitting perfectly all along. And this thing you've been desperately seeking after is looking out of your eyeballs. But you can't see it if your mind is still wandering. The difficulty is in your wandering mind, not in the practice itself. Don't make the fatal mistake. Say, oh, this is not for me. This is too difficult. No, it's your wandering mind that's too difficult. Face it. Okay, so we haven't even been sitting 24 hours, maybe 12 hours now. Make clear. You have everything you need, but you've got to realize what's going on. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with your mind? I'm not saying what do you want to do with it. What is actually going on in your mind? Once you see that, you can't help but give yourself to the practice. And again, the practice is not difficult. The difficulty is what you're doing with your mind. That's dukkha. That's dis-ease. You have to see this. That's what gives you the true practice You can't help but give all of yourself then. How can you not? That's my perennial question. How can you not give all of yourself? How can you sit there half-assed thinking, well, I'll sit better next time. In the afternoon, I'll have more energy. What a bunch of crap. Right here and right now, where do you think you are? You're already creating some future scenario where you're going to get it, and thus you never do. See what your mind is doing. When you really see it, in a sense, it's already undone, or at least half undone. Then just continue right on through. You don't need to try to escape from something unpleasant. You don't need to run towards something pleasant. Just fully be, give all of yourself right here. Maybe it's very painful knee, a feeling of pain in the knee. Okay, that'll do. We're not trying to suppress anything. I'm not trying to make it more painful either, but if that's what's there, there it is. Sometimes there will be extremely pleasurable experiences too. Yeah, good. Enjoy it to the full, and then just sit right through that. What remains? When you don't run away from the pain, you don't chase after, go toward the pleasure, what's there? When you're free from both pleasure and pain, what's there? You've got to confirm this for yourself. There is no other way. You're never more than that far away from it, you know. Even to say that far away is an exaggeration. You're never more than that far away from it. Just look at what you do every day. Every day you prove that there is no self to hold on to. There is no self-identity. It's a delusion. Every day you prove it. Whenever you do something you really enjoy or something you love, as we say in English, I love listening to music. I love playing the piano. I love taking a walk in nature. I love talking with my friend. I love being with my loved ones. Does anyone not know what I'm talking about? Well, what happens in those experiences that we have every day when you do something that you love? Are you separate, observing it and evaluating it? No. When you're playing that music, listening to it or performing it, you are the music, aren't you? Aren't you? Unless you're a very bad musician, you are the music, aren't you? When you read a book, do you sit there and look at the words on the page? When you really read a book, get engrossed, we say get lost in it, a book or a movie or music. Are you simply sitting there observing it? Nonsense, bullshit. You are the person in the movie. You are the person committing the crime or falling in love, and you feel it, right, in the depths of your heart. You cry and you laugh as you read or watch the movie, don't you? Or do you just sit there and observe it? No, you're losing yourself all the time, but you don't fully realize it. What if there was no self you needed to come back to? When you finish the book or the movie or the wonderful walk with a friend in nature, what if you didn't need a self-identity to come back to? This can sound threatening or scary for the ego self because it wants to have a safe escape, a safe house to go back to. But that's your prison. You see that, don't you? That's your self-created prison. And then you say, oh, it's so lonely in here. Well, who created it? You don't need a self identity to come back to. Make that clear and the work is done. Where does that insecurity that spawns that need to go back to have an identity, where does that come from? See through that and your work is done. Please. Again, no one can do this for you. You must undo it. If you will do it, undo it yourself.